Girl Talk, where today's woman finds her voice. Okay, so I'll be taking you guys on our second story. This one is about SSS officer, State Security Service officer, that allegedly raped a 12-year-old girl. Now, stories has it that the incident happened that when this girl was interrogated in the court, she admitted that this officer had carnal knowledge of her multiple times, like 2 to 3 times. And families, according to the families, medical examination have confirmed the signs of abuse. And now, reports and investigation are already ongoing on this case. So, what do you guys think about the story?
It's bad. It's really
It's bad, right?
Yes.
It's very violent coming from a DSS officer. Which is even
Okay.
more crazier.
So, when we talk about this whole thing, this abuse of a teen, you find out that it is very common these days. That's the truth. We see this every day. And coming from an officer, allegedly, it is something very sad.
Yeah.
So when we are looking at the failure of the system, okay, Chisom, what do you think the system, the failure of the system have done to protecting the children's rights?
Well, I'll start with
Institutional betrayal.
Okay.
Because the victim was actually raped by a DSS officer, which is someone that she's supposed, like, someone that is supposed to protect her. And it's even more scary and damaging because the thought of it is very scary.
Yeah.
So the system has betrayed her on that aspect.
Yeah.
So it was even easier for the man to threaten her and tell her that if she tells anyone, she will be dead, something like that, I don't know. But that is even enough reason for the girl to be silent, because he's actually supposed to be to protect. But see, it's coming from someone that is protecting her, threatening her, then it's more scarier. Then that's where this institutional betrayal comes. And again, lack of accountability. Many people are scared to report these cases because of lack of accountability. Because you can report these cases and then this institution will still cover it up because of maybe the person that did such a thing was from the position of the person is very prominent. They will now like cover up the case. So it's complete betrayal on that aspect, and it's very appalling.
Okay, when we talk about the psychological effects, the truth is that these abuse from trusted institutions can be more damaging.
yeah.
So when we look at the psychological damage it causes to this child, what do you think will be their fate at the end of the day?
Talking about the psychological aspect of it, I feel, it's the trauma and everything.
Yeah.
It's going to affect the child trusting any other authority.
Sure.
Like for you to, it's just like a child that was being assaulted, for instance now, maybe seeing another DSS officer, the child might say that these people, they're all the same thing.
Yeah.
Then another thing that is going to cause for the child is going to make the child to isolate herself. Like, she will have this mature mindset that, okay, I've done what I'm not supposed to do in this stage of my life, and that might cause her to isolate herself. Maybe she might not even be able to expose herself, maybe when her parents, maybe she's a child that maybe sometimes the mother likes to, check the undies and everything. She will be shy unnecessarily. It's normal.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Because this psychological damage and trauma is not only isolate this girl, she will start having this kind of stereotype perception towards men in general too. And it is not healthy for this girl. And she growing up, I don't know the effect it will have.
Men.
Yes, definitely she will start hate.
Even,
Yes.
even to the father, she will feel that, okay, all men are the same.
Are the same, yeah.
Yes.
And low self-esteem.
Yeah,
Yes.
those
sort of
It
things.
reduces their self-esteem. You feel like you are not like other ladies.
Other ladies.
There's
Yeah.
something in you has just
Change.
Yeah.
It's maturity that
Yeah.
it
Something
brings.
maturity.
Yes,
You don't you not behave the way a child is supposed to behave. Yeah.
not just even maturity. You will become so cold. You will not even want to.
The
Yeah.
isolation I'm
Yes, the
talking
isolation. Yeah.
about. Unnecessarily, you might be a sadist.
Yeah.
You know, the imagination and everything.
Thoughts keeps
Yeah,
coming.
the thoughts keeps coming.
She won't even see herself worthy of anything good.
Exactly.
That's true.
Okay. So when we look at the roles of media, and civil society in such cases, as the media, media is supposed to be like a voice to such cases. So Onyinye, when we look at the media as a voice to cases like these, what do you think should be their roles? What roles are they supposed to play in this kind of cases?
Okay. In cases like this, I think medias are meant to sensitize, create awareness, tell people on, enlighten people on pedophile, because this is actually pedophile. Oh, yes, now it is.
Yeah,
This is
it's
you are
underage.
abusing a child, right? So the media is supposed to come out, enlighten people, tell people that okay, these are the dangers of this thing, and then report
Call those
about
people
it.
out.
Yes, call them,
out.
whether it's a constituted
Call
authority
them.
that is involved or not. I think you should
No
be able to talk about it.
No matter the
Yes.
position of that
Yes,
person.
you come out plain, tell them that this is who did this is, and then while they are doing so, the identity of that child is also supposed to be protected.
Protected, yeah, very
for
important.
future
Yeah.
purpose, because if it's been open or the child is being identified, I think in the future,
Something might come
something
up
bad,
like that.
yes. So that's justice, and I think the media should also create a platform where these people that have gone through this abuse can meet, interact, and share their experiences to know that you are not alone on this. So this is what happened, but it doesn't mean that it's the end of life. You can still talk. You still have your voice. You still have your life. Even if such has happened, you don't need to isolate yourself. Do you understand? When you talk and I talk, I think it will lift up our spirits. So instead of isolating yourself, you can mingle, because there are people that have same cases as you. So that's just it.
Okay, so when we look at the legal and the medical responses to such cases, what should be the response, especially from the medical aspect and the legal aspect of this? Yeah.
To be frank, in Nigeria, rape cases are taken very lightly. They don't take it.
Seriously. Where I used to work, there's this colleague of mine. She's a mother actually. A 16 years old girl was raped. And the crazy thing is that vigilante groups, different places she went, they were collecting money from her. And the police, she went to report to the police, and they were not even taking it serious. The crazy thing is that the guy ran away. Until today, they've not found that guy. Which means that justice have not been served. Imagine how that girl will feel. That the person that raped her has not been caught and is still scouring free. The whole town, without any, like the guy, they've not caught him. And the family of the guy, they're feeling very proud and nothing will happen.
Wow.
And I've seen cases where they report these rape cases in the police station, and they will still bail those people. They will still bail those rape sex offenders. I don't think the law is not even strong enough to punish them, because if the law is, if they can make the law that is very, very,
Constitution should be set.
I'm telling you, that can punish these sex offenders. They won't be doing this because it's a normal thing. Someone will just rape someone and then the police can even bail the person. The person will go scot-free.
Your
It's
family
very
member
crazy.
will just come and bail you out of anything like that.
Okay, can we look at the medical aspect of this thing? The
When it
medical
comes
side.
to medical aspect,
Yeah.
the medical aspect of abuse or
Yeah.
rape, when these things happen, whether as a parent or as a guardian, the first thing you should do is to take that child to the hospital, rush that child to the hospital, for proper examination.
Yeah.
And when you are doing that, please, it's important that you don't wash the child's clothes. That clothes that the child was putting on when that act took place. because doing so you have erased the evidence or a chance of them getting to know everything that happened. Okay, there's this case about a child that was raped, I think in South Africa. It happened long time ago in South Africa. She's a child. Her mom is a nurse. Her mom took her to school. After school time, the mom will always leave her there to. You heard the story? Yes, the mom will always leave her in school to finish up with her duties in the hospital. So on one fateful day, she did the same as usual now, but the case was different because when she brought her child back home, she started complaining of pains in her. I think she's just 8 years or so, or 6. She's still a child, still a minor. So what the mom did, the mom did examination. She did not relax. She took the child to the hospital for exam. So that was when they now discovered that someone tampered with the child, because medical practitioners saw everything that happened around her. So that was what happened. So when you find yourself in this kind of case, please don't try to wash, don't try to remove any evidence. I know that we want the child to be neat and all of that, but please rush them to the hospital, do proper examination for HIV or other sexually transmitted disease, so that the child can start receiving treatment. Because if you don't do so, after 48 hours, I think whatever disease that is supposed to be in the child's body will be living there. So you need to do these things so that the child will be fine.
Okay.
Medically.
Yeah, that's very, very important, because evidence is a necessity. Especially when you go to a law court, the first thing they will ask is, do you have evidence for this? And if you cannot provide that evidence, it can be tampered. And you find out that the case, yes, you can actually lose the case. So I think creating awareness is also part of it. So, sometimes ignorance can actually make someone to act under tension. When you see this kind of a thing, you don't know, as a parent, you won't even think of what, you might not even know how you're going to react to this thing. So, but we have to try to know that creating awareness and also evidence is also a necessity in this case. So when we look at minors, we find out that minors, over time, they don't even know how to speak up. That's the truth. Sometimes when you notice that your child is behaving some kind of funny way, you need to come close as a parent to find out what is wrong with this girl, what is wrong with this person. That this is not the normal child that you gave birth to. So parents should equally place, close examination and close watch on their children. So when we talk about how can minors report abuse of such cases, especially when it's coming from a higher authority?
I feel like
Parents should create a conducive environment with their kids where they can speak. You can be strict with your child, but at least be friendly with your child. Like me, when I was young, like I was 9, my mother was so strict. I can't even go outside. I can't even play. I don't play with the opposite gender like that too. Then, when I was 9, I was sexually harassed by my uncle, who was a pastor.
That's very bad.
And they really love this. They really love this man. Every Sunday they welcome him to our home. But one fateful afternoon, my mother was not around. My dad was not around. We just came back from church. I was just with my siblings because I'm the first child. This man sat me on his lap and setting his penis at the back of inside my anus. He was trying to force it. Then my sister came in. Then he stopped. I couldn't tell my mom. I was so afraid. That week I was feeling the pain.
Wow.
But if my mother was not too strict, any small thing she would flog me, any small thing she would tie me up, I would have told her this is what happened to me. And also creating awareness. Like my secondary school days, we used to have this Friday program. Our principal took it upon herself to bring in the NAPTIP people. When the NAPTIP people came, they told us, they defined abuse, they gave us that education. The first time with sex education, they told us that when you are abused, this is how you report. And they gave us instances of cases they handled. They even gave us their number. We felt safe. And truth be told, it worked.
Okay. So, do you have anything?
Another person in the minor can report is a trusted mentors. You know, me now, I went to boarding school. I went to boarding school, so I have this person that I can trust. That if anything is happening to me, I can easily go to him and say, ah, sir, ma, this is what I'm facing, and to God be the glory. He will definitely pray that give me the solution. You see, some like she said, you see, some children are not feel they are not free with their parents, but when it comes to their mentor, when it's like the passionate ones, the one that doesn't joke with that child, will definitely take the case up. Not even thinking that okay, well, anything like I'm ready to face to get the consequences, but I must get to the root of this issue.
Okay. So we've already said, do you have any
Yeah,
other
yeah,
things to
yeah,
say?
yeah.
Briefly.
I have something to say. Now, when it comes to a typical African home, a child, right? A child is not allowed to use a phone because it is believed that the phone could, spoil the child because of social media and all of that. I think one way that a child can also report is through this mobile phone. I think parents should be giving their children this button phone now, because there are hotlines. Yes, in case of emergency, there are hotlines that we should be able to reach out to and say, hey, this is what is happening. So give them phones, just small phone, so that they can talk to you if it's a case that needs your immediate attention, because you don't have to wait till they come down there for you to be. If you call, if you can make call at that particular moment, if you are chanced or you have the opportunity to do so, you can call someone. But in a situation where there is nobody there and you cannot call, there is no even means of calling, I think the deed will be done now.
Yeah.
So that's just it.
Okay, so you guys have said a lot of things, and I key into what you guys said. We looked at parents' relationship with their children, very, very important, because when a child is very close to their parents, they can open up and talk to them about anything. But when you're very strict, they will restrict some things, from some information from you. So it's always good for parents and their children to have what? Relationship. Very, very important. And also you talked about hotlines, very important. There should be phones in the house, at least for emergency. In case of emergency, is a necessity. So these are the things that will actually help to protect and keep your child safe. And this is here we are going to be rounding up this segment for today's episode. Remember, this is your what? Girl Talk, where today's woman finds their voice. Remember, as a girl child, keep talking, don't keep silent. Do not allow anybody to silence your voice. And we'll be seeing you guys next time on this episode again. Next time, same station. Bye for now.
Bye.